What's up? I'm Cliff Chance, and I'm here to answer the question, is it any good? This video, we're going to talk about the fourth movie in the MIB franchise, Men in Black International. It's a fairly standard plot. Start off with Tessa Thompson's character, Molly, or also Agent M. It shows her at the beginning, 1996, where she discovers a alien in her bedroom, and they neuralize her parents, but they forget to neuralize her, so she spends 20 plus years trying to find this secret organization. She finally finds them, gets brought on as a probationary agent, gets sent to London to team up with Chris Hemsworth's Agent H, and they have to find this artifact before evil aliens do to save the world. So fairly standard, nothing new here with a MIB plot. No, with all these movies, I've loved the first one. First one's definitely the best out of the bunch. Set the bar high with its jokes and alien interactions and everything. It was the best. And 2 and 3 weren't great. I still found stuff that I liked about them. And then this one's really no different. I don't think it's as bad as everybody's saying it is, but it's definitely not a great movie. But we'll get into the good. Tessa Thompson as Agent M. I thought she does a good job with what she's given. She has good chemistry with the other stars of this movie, Kumail Nanjiani. I'm pretty sure I just destroyed his name. And Chris Hemsworth. Kumail Nanjiani as Pawnee. He's the scene stealer in every scene he's in. He's the fair of the jokes that land. He's the one generally providing them. Rebecca Ferguson is a subplot villain named Riza. I kind of wish she was the main villain of this movie, but she was not. She just kind of she would have been better had she been the main villain of this movie. I feel like the CGI in this movie was really good. Special effects, everything. You really believe that these people were fighting aliens in the streets of London or wherever they were at. We got some cool new alien designs here in this movie. Some aliens we haven't seen in past ones. The score in this movie kind of brings you back to the nostalgia of it all. Like some of the, especially opening credits, kind of the music there kind of takes you back to the opening credits of the first one. And then they do this really cool thing where they kind of play on the Avengers theme when Chris Hemsworth's character picks up just an ordinary hammer, to kind of hint at him being the god of thunder. Then speaking of nostalgia, they do have Frank the Pug in here for a little bit, the worms, and then in one of the offices of the MIBs, there's a picture of J and K killing the bug from the first movie. They don't really go into all that other than that picture of the first series of movies. Chris Hemsworth in this, for what he does, he is good at. He has good chemistry with Tessa Thompson, like I said earlier. It's just his character's not very likable. He's supposed to be this legendary agent, but the way his character is he's not. You don't ever think well, how is this guy ever considered to be one of the best? And it was just poorly done in the story. I felt like so Chris Hemsworth is kind of our jump from good to the bad, because like I said, I like Chris Hemsworth in this movie. I just didn't like the character he was playing. I thought they wrote him horribly, but he does whatever he can with that. Then we'll get into the bad. The villains of this movie. MIB, one of the good parts of all the other MIB movies is I felt like they had good villains. They had villains with somewhat of personality. Vincent D'Onofrio as the bug in the first one. That was perfect. They're never going to get to that. But these villains in this one have no personality. There was a stupid dance scene with them. But for the most part, the only thing cool about them is the CGI, which is not on the actors, that's on the people doing the special effects. As I said earlier, the few jokes that do land, they are funny, but for the most part, you're not really laughing too much in this movie, and that's bad for a action comedy movie like this. It's very predictable. Towards the end, there's this big plot twist, but you're able to figure it out in the first 5 minutes of the movie. So it wasn't really a plot twist. And actually, you could probably figure it out in the previews if you pay close enough attention to them. It brings nothing new to the franchise. It's just very lackluster, very forgettable. I don't feel that there's a need to ever see this one again now that I've seen it. It was cool seeing it in theaters with the special effects. Um, the conclusion for this video, acting and special effects can only save a movie so much from bad writing. I feel like it's the writer's fault for this one not being as good as it should have been. Um, like I said earlier, I don't think it's like the 20-something it is on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It was about half and half. Half of it was good, half of it wasn't great. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Cliff Jansen. This is It Any Good? Thank you.